Hello, good morning. It is not morning and welcome to a new video. I am drinking my first iced coffee of the year. That was mostly milk. Wow. I love iced coffee. It is amazing. As you can most likely tell by the title, today we're talking about 22 things that I learned in 22 years. I feel like being in your early 20s is such a weird time. At times I feel like I am 50. Sometimes I feel like it is a crime that I'm legally considered an adult. I just want to go back to kindergarten and not have any responsibilities. But, well, I'm neither of those. I am 21 and I need to figure out my life. And, you know, it's fun at times. Sometimes it's extremely overwhelming, but I'm trying to enjoy the journey and chaos that is being in your 20s. I grew up with everyone telling me that it's not good to celebrate your birthday before your actual birthday is. It brings bad luck if someone tells you happy birthday before your actual birthday. So I'm only gonna upload this on my actual birthday. So, you know, that I don't get in trouble with the universe. I'm also not gonna say that I have lived for 22 years yet, because it's not extremely accurate. But this is what I learned in almost 22 years. There's absolutely no particular order. One is not more important than other. You can decide for yourself which one is more important. Also, these might be a bit controversial. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like there's a bit of chaotic, unhinged energy missing from this channel. That energy is part of my character and I kind of wanna bring it onto here. You can have a different opinion, that's okay. Let's get started. Trust people's actions and not their words. It doesn't matter what they're saying. It doesn't matter that they're promising you the moon and the stars and the sun and everything. It does not matter. Their actions matter, because if someone says all of the beautiful things but then does nothing, then all of what they said doesn't matter. If someone truly cares about you, they will be able to show it and not just say it. Don't put people on a pedestal. We put people on a pedestal because we see their potential and we think about what we would do in their situation. And so we kind of have this image in our head of this wonderful person that has so much potential, that could do so much with their life, that could treat us so well, be so nice to us and to others. But the reality is, they're not that person. It's just a potential that we attribute to them. They might not even come close to it. And it's just not fair to judge someone based on this potential. It is not fair to them, it is also not fair to you. So do not put people on a pedestal. Don't think that this certain person is the most amazing, wonderful person you've ever met, because they might not be that. And they will come crashing down and you will be disappointed. If you really want to put someone on a pedestal, put yourself on a pedestal. Do not date potential. Do not date for the potential of the person that you're dating. Also, do not date for the potential of the relationship. It's not worth it to make excuses for someone and to stay in a situation where you're truly not happy because you think that in the future the relationship might be wonderful and I don't know what. That is not guaranteed, and you shouldn't stay in a situation just because it may be better in the future. Maybe you're the problem, but also maybe not. We need to be aware that we are not perfect and that we might be wrong in certain situations. But there are definitely also situations where people are just toxic and they want to blame us. So do not let people gaslight you into thinking that you are the problem, you know, don't do that. But if a certain situation keeps repeating, maybe you see that you are attracted to a certain type of really toxic person, maybe that is not coincidence. Maybe that has something to do with you. You know, if that's the case, you can work on yourself, read a book, watch some videos. Consider going to therapy. I think therapy is amazing, especially in our early 20s. It's okay, you can be the problem, but you also need to take responsibility for it and work on it. Don't try to change people. People will change if they want to change, and otherwise you are wasting time. It's not fair to you, it's not fair to them. It's not worth it to beg someone to change, to beg someone to treat you right. If they don't want to, they won't. They might be willing to do that for someone else, and that's just how it is. There are instances where you might be in a relationship with someone, or you might be dating, seeing someone, and they will refuse to do even the smallest things for you. You never get flowers, they never plan a date, they never text you back, they never ask you how your day was. But they will do all of those things without even being asked to for someone else. And that's fine. You know what? That is fine. People will change if they want to. Maybe that's not even a change. Maybe they're just willing to do more things for someone else. Don't beg someone to change, trust their actions, and walk away if you're not happy. This is really turning into like dating advice with Maria. Should I do a dating advice video? Oh, I would love that. There are other people out there. Growing up, at some point we go through our first ever big heartbreak, our second ever big heartbreak, our I don't know how many of big heartbreak. And yes, at times it can feel like you will never find someone else. You will never find someone as wonderful and blah, 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 as them. I see that as a Pisces. I'm not really into the whole zodiac thing, but I'm a Pisces and I think Pisces are like romantics. I think that's a thing. Anyway, even as a romantic, I can say that it might feel bad, you might cry, give yourself time to cry, but there are other people out there. Do not convince yourself that you are unworthy of love or that you will never find a love like that again. You will. You will. Chill. Don't lose yourself. If you let other people walk all over you and disrespect you, you might be saving the relationship with them, but in that process, you are losing the relationship with yourself. You are losing your confidence, your trust in yourself, and that is not worth it. It's not worth it to do that for anyone. Doesn't matter how much you think you love them romantically or platonically or whatever. Your relationship with yourself is so important because that's the only relationship you are guaranteed to have for your entire life. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. Also, you know, it's my birthday. I'm gonna play the birthday card. Yes, subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a nice comment, say hi. Sometimes you need to be selfish. There's a lot of people who are very selfish. If you are unselfish with those people, they will just take and take and take, and you will just keep giving. There are definitely situations where even though we might not want to be selfish, we need to be. We need to stand our ground, we need to set our boundaries, and it is fine to be selfish at times. But, of course, be kind. You never know when someone might need a little kindness. It might be a person you meet on the street, it might be someone who works somewhere where you shop or whatever, a random person you meet. Do not put any negativity out into the world. You don't need to do that. It's gonna come back at some point. I truly believe that. And also, just because you set your boundaries and you do not let people disrespect you doesn't mean that you cannot be kind. Those are not two mutually exclusive things. What? You know what I mean. Be kind and set your boundaries. You can do both. Negative experiences are necessary. These experiences are not something we need to avoid at all costs, because if we try to, we might just end up suffering more. Difficult situations and negative experiences are something we should try to embrace and go through them, and then at the end come out stronger, having learned something, knowing ourselves better, trusting ourselves more. These negative experiences are very valuable, even though in the moment they do not seem like they are. You, like the person you are right now, right in this moment when you're watching this video, and also the person I am today, I wouldn't be this person without all of the negative experiences. And while I remember how painful those experiences were in the past, they still made me me, and they are valuable in their own twisted and fucked up way. Being upset that life is not easy for you will lead you nowhere. Being upset that things happen to you and, I don't know, blaming life, universe, whoever you're trying to blame, yourself, for it is not helpful. You know, sometimes life kind of feels like problem solving because you need to deal with university or with work, difficult people around you, taxes, bureaucracy. Yes, it sucks sometimes and it's not fun. You cannot really avoid it, and the best thing you can do is to just go through it. Tackle all of those things. Find solutions. All you have is yourself. Your relationship with yourself is so important because nothing is guaranteed. There might be moments where you need to be your own biggest fan, your own biggest supporter, where no one else is hyping you up and telling you, yes, you got this. You need to do that for yourself. You need to be able to be your own friend and be nice to yourself and encourage yourself, and to not just put yourself down and talk negatively to yourself. And this relationship with yourself is strengthened by those small things, the boring things, like meditating, journaling, going for a walk, doing a workout. All of those things strengthen the relationship with yourself. Same as spending time alone, taking yourself out to dinner, taking yourself out to go see a movie, doing something just because you want to do it. A lot of people shit on meditating and journaling and all of these like self-care things. That self-care is necessary to strengthen the relationship you have with yourself. And that relationship is necessary so you have something to fall back on when someone else is not nice to you, when something bad happens and your support system fails you. You need that. Life doesn't hate you. Some people go through negative experiences and they immediately reach the conclusion that someone must have it out for them, and that someone is the universe or life energy, whatever you believe in, whatever you want to call it. While I certainly do not believe that we can just manifest our way out of problems, we definitely need to deal with stuff. Yes, there are things that are difficult to get out of. There are problems that we need to deal with. You cannot just keep blaming life and keep saying that life is unfair and you are so unlucky, because it will not help you in any way, shape, or form. If you walk around constantly believing that someone has it out for you, that anything bad that could happen will happen to you, you will notice proof of this in every single moment of your day. If we convince ourselves that all the bad things will happen to us, then every single small, potentially negative thing that happens to us on a daily basis will seem like the worst possible thing. The fact that we miss the bus is gonna feel like life is punishing me, life has it out for me. If you have a positive mindset and you do not attribute these negative feelings to every single situation, then the fact that you missed the bus, it's just gonna be that you missed the bus. Okay, now you have 5 more minutes to sit and enjoy the sun. You can go buy a coffee in that time, you can text a friend. It's fine, it's not the end of the world. Looks matter, but looks are very subjective. So it's more the way you present yourself that matters. And this is not equal to money or trends. It has nothing to do with what type of expensive clothing you can afford or cannot afford, or if you have the trendiest handbag and the trendiest clothes and all of that. There's the saying that money cannot buy good taste, money cannot buy class, and that is so true. You can be very presentable and present yourself in a really nice way on a low budget just by taking care of yourself, your skin, your hair, having a nice manicure, for instance. I mean, you don't need to color your nails, but the fact that your nails are taken care of, they're not overgrown, you don't have cuticles everywhere, that counts, and people notice that, even if it might be on a subconscious level. You'll never grow if you don't get uncomfortable. Being in your comfort zone is nice and comfortable because it's comfortable. That makes no sense, but you get what I mean. But we do not grow, and so we need to step out of that and spread our wings. Insert inspirational quote. Go do stuff that scares you. It is 100% worth it. Go to workout classes you've never tried before. Travel. Try speaking a new language. Go up to random people if you want to talk to them. You can be afraid and still do it. Being afraid does not equal not doing something. Feel the fear and do it anyway, and you will be surprised by how much you grow. If there's a will, there's a way. This is universally true. What's been on my mind a lot the past year is time management. And I was always so worried about how to balance it all, because I'm the type of person who wants to do it all. I'm currently training for a half marathon, even though before I signed up for this, I had barely run. Started a new job while working on my YouTube channel, while posting short form content on Instagram and also on YouTube, and while also hopefully starting a new degree. And I've been so anxious and overthinking how I'm gonna do it all. But honestly, scheduling, time management, being organized, if you want to do it, you can do it. Now, it might not be fun to go for a run after coming back from work and being super tired when it's cold outside, it's dark outside, there's no one else running, there's just people going home and people being out and eating. It's not fun, but it is doable. So if you really want to do something, you are able to do it. Use your unfair advantages. Life is a game. There are very few rules and people do not even play by those. So if you can and if you need it, use your advantages. Everyone does it. People have different unfair advantages. It may be looks, status, money, doesn't matter. There are so many types of unfair advantages, but use them and use them wisely. Nobody has their life together. I mean, look at me. I make YouTube videos about how to be disciplined, how to not procrastinate, how to build habits, how to have a good routine. Guess what? I also sleep in sometimes. I also procrastinate sometimes. I also have bad days and bad weeks. That's okay and that's normal. I feel like social media especially always shows the good side. And it's kind of understandable because I know, at least for myself, that when I'm having a bad day, the last thing I want to do is to take my camera and be like, hey guys, I'm having a horrible day, spend the day with me. You know, it just makes it even more difficult. The thought of putting something negative onto the internet for everyone to see, of showing everyone how bad you're doing, of course no one wants to do that. But the bad parts are there. And no one has their life fully figured out. It doesn't matter how aesthetic and how amazing it looks on the internet. I promise you the behind the scenes is way more chaotic. Don't wait for happiness. We keep saying that when I graduate, I'll be happy. When I get into my dream university, I'll be happy. When I graduate university, I'll be happy. When I get a job, I'll be happy. When I get an even higher paying job, I'll be happy. Do you see the problem? We cannot wait for happiness. We need to take the moment and find our happiness. All we have is the moment right now, and I don't mean to get like philosophical, but that is the truth. All we have is right now, and we need to take this moment and to do the best with it and make our own happiness. Maybe the best part is the journey. If you're watching this channel, it probably means that you are the type of person who has goals, who is driven, who may be a little bit of an overachiever. That's okay. High ambitions, goals, working on stuff, wanting to do better and to build a better life for yourself. That is amazing. The problem is sometimes we attach expectations to certain goals. We think that when we earn a certain amount of money, or when we have a certain amount of followers, or I don't know, have a certain job title, that we will be maybe not necessarily happier, but we will be fulfilled and our life will be completely different. The thing is, reaching that goal doesn't change anything inside of us. Earning more money doesn't change how happy we are with ourselves. Having more followers doesn't change how you feel about yourself, how much you like your day-to-day life. Even though maybe now, because of your status, money, followers, doesn't matter. Maybe now you have better opportunities. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about certain things. The relationship with yourself doesn't change. And maybe goals aren't supposed to make us feel happy and make us feel like we finally did it. Maybe the journey is much more valuable than the actual end result, than actually reaching a goal. I hope that was not too confusing. This is something I've been thinking about a lot. And it's kind of like, I also don't know the answer. Okay, maybe when I'm doing 23 things I learned by 23, I'll have the answer. Stay tuned. Get a hobby. No, really, get a hobby. Please get a hobby. Find something to do. Do not just sit at home and scroll and watch TV and do things that are not fulfilling. Please get a hobby. I'm getting tears in my eyes. Find something that you actually enjoy. Try out stuff. I don't know. Get a hobby. Life is beautiful. No, really, probably after this whole video, that was the last thing you expected me to say, but life is beautiful. Maybe in a really up way. The struggles and all the low moments are what makes life beautiful, are part of what makes life beautiful. Maybe we truly need those, and we need those to appreciate the good moments even more. Seriously, life is so beautiful. There are so many crazy moments. It's such a thrilling journey with ups and downs. Maybe that's the beauty of it. I try to always remind myself that I will be alright, and so will you.